Alright, today I wanted to go through everything that I carry with me in my tackle bag right here. It's going to be a long video, so let's get started. Let's go through the meat of what I use. Tackle boxes. I got two 3700 size boxes in this bag. So I've got my jerk baits right here. These are mainly got a couple different brands. Got some Lucky Craft 100s, a couple different patterns. Deep diver. Then I got two Bass Pro Shops, generic jerk baits. More jerk baits, some of my favorites. Got some Rapala X wraps. Again, various color patterns. Got some Smithwick Rogues, I believe they're called, classics. A Mega Bass jerkbait in here. And I went ahead and equipped the Mega Bass with those smart links from my previous video to make sure I don't lose them. And one more section of jerkbaits, and these are smaller sized. Again, mostly Lucky Craft pointers in a couple different color patterns. And also got one smaller Rapala X wrap. Then we got some some blade baits over here. A couple crocodile spoons that I've been trying to use more recently. One blade bait. I actually lost a couple of mine, so I'm going to need to replenish my supply soon. And I also got a couple tail spinners that I can cast probably over 100 yards when I need to reach school and fish. And here's my frog arsenal. I carry around 6 frogs with me. Got a couple live targets, 2 different sizes. A couple Spro poppin' frogs. And a couple Spro bronze-eye shads. Great baits for walking. Alright, now let's go over my jigs. These are mainly swim jigs over here. Let's see, got some Strike King Hack Attack swim jigs and Strike King KVD swim jigs. Here's my green pumpkin bluegill type patterns with zoom swimming chunks. Then I got white to imitate shad, and these are all Hack Attack swim jigs, also with zoom swimming chunks. I carry around a couple finesse jigs that I don't use often, but they're equipped with some zoom, what's this one? Speed crawls, I believe they're called. A little bit of a slimmer profile. Flipping jigs. My favorite color, black and blue. Carry 3 sizes, 3/4, ½ ounce, and 3/8 with zoom super chunk trailers. Green pumpkin. All Hack Attack jigs. Also with super chunk juniors for a little smaller profile. I'm usually using green pumpkin in clearer water. Got some treble hooks here in case treble hook breaks on one of my baits. I need to replace it on the water. Various hooks. So these are all my extra wide gap worm hooks. They're creature bait hooks. I use them for a variety. I got 2/0, 3/0, 4/0, and 5/0 sizes, all Gamakatsu. Then in here I've got some, take a look, show you real quick. Got a couple bait hooks, type hooks, pretty strong for maybe live lining a bluegill. Then I've got some drop shot type hooks. Couple floats in case I want to live line something. Then my tungsten. I like using tungsten because it's more compact, a lot more dense than lead, so it also transmits more feel when you're fishing it. You can feel the bottom better. I got anything from 3/4, ½ ounce, half, 3/8 ounce. Also got let's see, got some couple different ones: bullet weights, teardrops, cylinder, a couple drop shots, and this is for wacky rigs right here. And what I do, I'll show you real quick. What I do is I kind of do my own Jika type rig with a snap. I'll show you with one of these cylinder weights. So what I'll do is I'll pull out a snap. I'll tie on the snap, then I'll open it, and what I'll do is I'll put on the cylinder weight followed by a hook. So it's kind of like a mini Jika rig, and as long as you have your drag settings set properly, you're not going to break the snap. I fish it quite a bit. I've only ever broken off one fish where the snap broke. Every other time this Bass Pro Shops Fast Lock bass snap is held strong. So it's pretty good because while you're on the water, if you're fishing the shoreline, you want to make quick adjustments. Just open the snap, change the bait or the weight, and you're good to go. Just make sure after you open the snap like 20 times, throw it out and get a new one, because every time you open and close it, it becomes a little more weakened. I got a couple split shots over here for maybe stream fishing or river fishing. I need to keep the bait a little lower. Got a couple different things: more metal inline spinners, a couple wobble heads. Let's take a look at the. So first off, I got some Jean Laru wobble heads. Also got let's see, a couple blade baits. These are smaller sizes, 1/4 ounce or so. Blade bait, inline spinner. I like using Panther Martins. This one's a rooster tail. Let's see, Carton Cordell gay blade, and a couple more inline spinners. And for the sometimes on blade baits, I'll cut off the front hook just so it makes it a lot more weedless and snagless, because when the bait's going through, there's no hook to catch stuff on right there. Lastly, a little bit of terminal tackle over here. Let's take a look. Got some bobber stops, punch stops for punching. O-rings from Bass Pro Shops. Snaps. And let's see what I got in here. I got some beads and some really small hooks. I guess it's probably for pan fishing. Some snap swivels if I need to fish a spoon or a spinner. I want to prevent line twist. And over here I've got some, let's see, I got some split rings if I need to replace one. And I've also got some Carolina keepers, which is basically if you want to do a quick Carolina rig, kind of just put on the weight, slide this up, and this will keep the weight in place wherever you want to keep it. This makes it a little easier to set up instead of using a swivel and making a lot of knots and stuff. Alright, next 3700. These are all hard baits in here. Start with the KVD red eye shads, my favorite rattle trap type bait. Pretty much got my bases covered: fire tiger, bluegill, chili crawl, chrome, and Japanese shad. And I got the 1/4 ounce. That was ½ ounce before. These are the 1/4 ounce red eye shads. And also kept in here with him is a 1/4 ounce yellow magic popper, fire tiger. And these are all rattle baits that I found once when I was muskie fishing, and I got my bait stuck, so I swam in the water and pulled out the stick, and attached to the stick was about $200 worth of lures. The rattling rogues I had were in there, and then also found every one of these baits was stuck in there as well. We got the original rattle trap. This is a, let's see, yeah, I don't recognize this brand. another rattle trap. And then these are two Excaliburs. And this Excalibur was not found in the musky spot, but it was found when I was fishing at a wild lake. Found it on the shoreline. My spooks. That's probably my favorite topwater bait to fish. Got some Xeris spook variations, 3 of them. Super Spook Junior. And this one's one of my oldest baits. It's just a original head-on spook, and it used to be a bait fish type pattern, but you can see it's almost completely worn off the pattern, and I just consider it to be a pearl type bait now. One knocker spook. Then I got a couple Lucky Crafts. Got 2 gunfish, 2 sizes. I think it's 128 and the other one's like 98 or something. And that's in centimeters, I think, or is that millimeters? Oh, millimeters, sorry about that. And then I got a Sammy, American shad pattern. More topwaters, good variety here. My poppers, walkers, and jitterbugs. Mega Bass popper, haven't had a chance to use it yet, but definitely look forward to using it at some point. Got a couple jitterbugs, a jointed one in a perch pattern, and a classic black jitterbug. Got 1 prop bait, head on baby torpedo, fire tiger. Then I got a yellow magic popper, 1/2 ounce, saltwater popper, probably about 3/4 1 ounce bait. Then another one of my oldest baits right here is this Rapala skitter walk. Let me try to untangle it so I can show you guys something. May or may not be happening at this point. I got it. Alright, so just want to show you guys this bait's over 5 years, somewhere in the 5 to 8 year range for its age. A lot of the paint's got worn off, you can see. But the main thing to notice is that the bait actually broke in half once. When I was reeling in a log, it just exploded midway through. And it's tough to see, but you can see some lines going across here, then the line goes down here, and it goes all the way across because this bait broke right there. It broke in, well, not in half, but it broke a clean break right there. I took some Pro soft bait glue and just glued it back together. Still rattles, doesn't get water in it, still catches fish. Got a couple swim baits and jointed baits right here. My only hard swim bait pretty much. Got a couple Spro BBZ1s, bluegill, then some baby shads. A couple baby shads right here. That's the one bait I kind of need to learn to fish a little bit more. I'm needing a little more confidence in them. It's hard swim baits. Then some Rapala jointed minnows. Man's 1-, great bait in shallow water. And a couple smaller sized, maybe probably dives about 6 feet crankbaits. Rapala DT6, and these are Strike King series. I'm not sure what series they are, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Probably 3. And here's the Man's Baby 1-, which I prefer over the Man's 1-, because the Man's 1- is pretty big. This is catches a lot more variety of fish. Three color patterns. Mini crankbaits. 2 KVD square bills. 1.0s. And this one, some kind of Strike King. And lastly, I got my square bills and my deep divers in here. Let me try to pull out the square bills first. All right, here's my Strike King 1.5s, and I have one 2.5 in here. Pearl chartreuse and bluegill. I got a live target square bill crawfish pattern. And let's take a look at the Rapala DT10 shad, Rapala DT14. And I went ahead and equipped these with the Smart Links. And lastly for this box, we got a couple Strike Kings, dives to about 14-16 feet, and Rapala shad wraps. Great baits to use when you're cranking when the water's getting cold and it's almost winter. Good finesse crankbait, tight wobble. Next pocket, let's go through some soft plastics. So the ones I use less often, I'd say, I go ahead and put them in these bags. Comes with the Tacklewarehouse angler backpack. Got a 6-inch Senkos, and what I always do with all my plastics is I always have one rigged up already, just to save time on the water. So got a 5/0 Gamakatsu hook ready rigged up, Texas rigged. But you want to make sure whenever you put the baits back in the bag, they need to be completely dry, otherwise those hooks will get rusted right away. Robo worms, 4.5 and 5.5 inch. Really great drop shot baits. Definitely probably my favorite ones for drop shotting. A couple of Zoom Fat Albert grubs, green pumpkin. One of them is already rigged up. Zoom finesse worms, green pumpkin magic. And a lot of these are rigged up already on some shaky heads, wacky rigged. I'll show you, I got this one on a wader wacky rig using the weight from Bass Pro Shops. Wacky weight, ready rigged up. Just to, if I want to mix up the presentation a little bit from a Senko, if I need a little faster drop, I'll go ahead and use the weighted finesse worm over it. Now this is a trick worm and a, well, I don't know the color, it's like methylate or something like that. Very visible. I'll use this when I'm sight fishing in clear water. Just twitch it over the top. You can see some awesome strikes with this. And this is a popular bait in Ohio. This is a Big Joshy swim bait. Ohio has a lot of small creeks and whatnot. And these little baits will catch smallies, largemouth, walleye, crappie, pretty much anything. A couple different colors. You can go and check out the website, Big Joshy, if you want to take a look at these little minnow imitations. And what's nice about these is they have really soft plastic, so the action's really good, even if you're fishing them super slow. So a lot of Ohio anglers like to fish them in the wintertime because the bait maintains its action even in cold water. Second bag. I just picked these up. I was using the Strike King Rage Toads, but the problem with those is that half the time they flip upside down and it kind of ruins the action and hinders hook sets. So now I'm using Stanley Ribbits, pre-rigged up, see through the bag, kind of a bullfrog type color. I'm gonna give these a shot and see how they do. Zoom Z-Hogs, great baits for punching, compact, very soft, easy to get good hook sets. Reaction Innovations, Skinny Dippers. Soft, these are like my only bigger soft swim baits. Like you slow roll them over grass beds. White Lizards, I like using them during the spawn because they're very visible. And bass tend to be aggressive towards creature type baits in the spawn just because you can imitate the salamanders or whatever trying to eat the eggs. Another great bait I love using during the spawn, flip it and pitch it right on the bed. Big Bites warmouth, very realistic. Bluegill imitation, you can fish it with a weight. I usually use my Jika type rig, improv. Then just have the bluegill face down in the bed. Usually drives the bass crazy. Then over here, I try to keep my plastics in the original packaging because you always want to do that, because if you put it in something like this, you don't know if this plastic will react with the baits on a hot day or something. And these are just some Zoom like fat finesse worms. Got rigged up on a couple size shaky heads. Zoom baby brush hogs, green pumpkin, black. I think I got a 2/0 or 3/0 hook on them, extra wide gap Gamakatsu hook on them. And these are baits I use more often, so I can make them a little more accessible. Zoom brush hogs, nice black and purple color, murky water, and green pumpkin for clearer water. Got some Zoom mag, let's see, these are like mag 2 finesse, or mag 2 worms, I think. These are 10.5 inches, red shad, classic color. Then I've got my, I think these are Zoom mag 1 worms, maybe. All I know is these are about 7 and these are about 8 inches or so, curly tail worm. And then I got my all my Zoom trick worms in here. This one's rigged up on a little jig head already. Green pumpkin magic. And of course got my Senkos out here. Some of my most used baits, especially this time of year. Got the 4-inch and 3-inch version. 4-inch I'll usually use in small ponds and creeks. Then 3-inch I'll use on a drop shot rig occasionally. 5-inch Senkos, my most used version. I got a green pumpkin watermelon type color, then also got a straight black color. And I use these instead of Zoom Super Flukes sometimes because they're a lot heavier, they have a lot more salt, but they're less durable. But the heavier salt makes the action a little better. It has a nice shimmy on the fall. And you can also cast them a lot farther. So these are Strike King caffeine shads, green pumpkin and white. And I don't carry a ton of plastics with me. What I do for each of them, I usually keep 4 of each in with me. So I'll carry 4 black Senkos, 5-inch, 4 5-inch green pumpkin. I got for these baby brush hogs, got 4 black, 4 green pumpkin again. And I just do this to reduce the weight of my tackle bag, because a lot of times I'm carrying the bag while I'm fishing and I don't want to be overwhelmed by the weight. All right, a couple more. Zoom lizards, black and green pumpkin magic. My most used colors for soft plastic. Then Zoom tubes, green pumpkin. Let's go through my chatterbaits and spinnerbaits. So I got a pretty nice variety here. Got all my bases covered. Chatterbaits, basic stuff. I got 3 black and blue, 2 green pumpkin, 2 white, 1 chartreuse. Let's take a couple out. So the 3 sizes I use are 1/2 ounce, 3/8 ounce, and 1/4 ounce. 3/8. This is a 3/8 ounce chartreuse with a Zoom swimming chunk. Then white, I got this is this is 3/8 as well. 3/8 Zoom swimming chunk. Actually, that was a 1/2, and then this is a 1/4. Green pumpkin. And got 1/2 and 3/8 it looks like. And what I do for these, instead of using these swimming chunks, I'm using some baby brush hogs on here, because a lot of times I'm jigging it up and down around the bottom. So I feel like the brush hogs are a little more effective. Same thing for these black and blue ones. Got one of each size. Baby brush hogs on the back. Spinner baits. Got a couple nighttime spinner baits. Black blade. Rattle on this one, 3/8 ounce. I think this is a Strike King model. Always use a trailer hook on these. And I secure it with, I don't use tubing. What I do is I use a hole punch, and the plastic casing the baits come with, I just make some hole punches out of there, and I'll just slide one of the holes down, and it'll secure the bait. It won't come off. I think this is a Terminator, 1/2 ounce Terminator. Or actually, let's see. These are both probably Strike King. These don't have Terminator heads on them. Let's see if it says on here. Oh, this one's Booyah. All right, this is Strike King. This is Booyah. Both nighttime spinner baits, 1/2 ounce, 3/8 ounce. All right. Got a Terminator, gold color. And the rest of these are mainly War Eagle. I really like War Eagle spinner baits because their components they use are really nice. Blades are always shiny, they're durable, and their skirts have a good flare to them. So out of the package, they don't need to be tuned, and they last a lot longer than some other spinner baits brands I've tried. Double Willow. Got a double Colorado type. I can mix up the blade patterns anywhere from, usually I'm using 3/8 to 3/4 ounce. One of my most used ones, you can tell by the headwear. 3/8 ounce Willow Leaf Colorado combo, white and chartreuse classic. A Mike McClellan finesse spinner bait. And even on the finesse ones, I still put a trailer hook because the trailer hook catches me a lot more fish. A lot of times when you get those short strikes, you end up landing them just because the trailer hook will get them on the side of the mouth. Strike King burner spinner baits. These are great for ponds, smaller blades, a little more subtle, and you can reel them real fast, try to create reaction strikes. Couple War Eagle wake spinner baits. So these wake spinner baits are cool because you can either fish them with your rod tip high and bulge them under the surface, get some top water action, or you can slow roll them near the bottom when the water's cold. And if the water's muddy too, these make a ton of vibration and are very effective. And this is a rocket shad. Let's see, who's it made by? It might be made by Bass Pro Shops. It's a good bait for creeks. Small profile. Whew, all right, done with the bulk of the tackle. So let's go through all the pockets and see what I got. Pocket down here, sunscreen. Sunscreen, good for your lips. A cheap poncho for emergency use. Got it from Walmart for $1. And got some Band-Aids, contact lenses, and a lighter. I don't smoke or anything, but you never know if you need to start a fire for whatever reason, so I keep it in for just in case. This pocket. So I got my buzz baits in here because the buzz baits don't fit well in tackle boxes. So what I do, I only carry around 3 buzz baits. Got them a Bass Pro Shops lure wrap. Got a War Eagle, some War Eagle buzz baits. These are, let's see, 3/8 ounce black, white, and 1/4 ounce chartreuse and white. And this stuff is pretty useful in this bag. Got a hook file. If my hooks ever get dull, especially the older ones, I'll sharpen them up. And so this is the Pro soft bait glue. This glue is really useful anytime I need to secure a trailer on my bait, or I need to, if something's ripped, sometimes I use this, but usually if a bait's ripped, I'll go ahead and go with the Mend It instead, because the soft bait glue is just super glue. Mend It, it actually, somehow it melts the plastics and it bonds them back together and it kind of forms one solid piece again, so this works really well for saving plastics. And all my tackle I typically get from either Bass Pro Shops or Tacklewarehouse, and sometimes I can get some of it from Dick's. More pockets. Tacklewarehouse angler backpack is really cool. Unfortunately, it's been on back order for like 4 months after started after I reviewed it, so it's been pretty popular. But hopefully they get the message soon and start stocking more of them. Let's see, this is junk. My cards. Well, this isn't really junk. I don't use it. It's kind of just a guide I have. Let's see. I wrote this like 10 years ago. This is pretty much everything I keep in my bag, but it's a little bit dated, so not everything is true in here. Then let's see what we got here. This stuff is really old. So looks like I got water temps, and I got wind, and I got let's see, 40 degrees. I got jerkbait, jig, and spoon. I agree with that. 45 degrees, chatterbait, rattle trap, crankbait. It says switch. I don't know what that means. 55 buzzbait, 60 topwater. Okay, I'm not really sure what I wrote here. Sunny, jigs, plastics, windy, jerkbait, rattle trap, spinnerbait, crankbait, cloudy. That's interesting. I pretty much agree. I agree with some of it I don't. I don't know how long ago I wrote that though. Alright, let's see what else. I got a bunch of hook bonnets, so what I do after I use a treble hook lure is I'll put some hook bonnets on. I'll put it in this pocket right here, mesh pocket, to dry before I put it back in the box. And that's all that's left in here. And let's see. This is an old bracelet I got. I don't know, this is really old. I guess I just keep it in here for good luck. It says let's go on it. Pretty faded though. Alright, got my glasses in here. Got these quite a while ago. Oakley half jacket, I believe. Polarized lenses, of course. And this is a really nice headlamp light, got from Amazon, 30 bucks. It's a black diamond. I'll show you. It has pretty good light. Well, it's daytime now, so you probably can't tell, but it's actually pretty bright in the dark. And here I got my fishing licenses and my American Bass Anglers membership card. Just a couple fishing licenses that the only ones I currently have right now are Maryland and Ohio, so I'm gonna need to get New Jersey and Philadelphia when I go over there and fish. And this pocket's waterproof, that's why I keep it in here. Keeps it safe. One more thing, I got some 20-pound Seeger Tatsu. I like to use this. I actually use this for leader when I'm using braid, and if it's really rocky or if the water's clear, I'll go ahead and tie this on as a leader using an Alberto knot. It's my only knot I use when I tie braid to fluorocarbon. I found it to be the strongest. Alright, front pocket. So I keep, let's see, the knife I use to cut braid. I forgot what brand it is. I got a hook in here. I should probably put that away so I don't hook myself. Stream thermometer. Bass Pro Shops, tells the temperature. Cast in the water, wait 30 seconds, it'll tell the water temp. Air temp right now is 87 degrees. And I keep nail clippers. This is the best thing to use when you want to cut monofilament or fluorocarbon. It makes it real easy and precise to clip it. But for braid, you want to use a knife, because braid can be tricky. I think we got 2 pockets left. Pliers, super convenient, keep them right there. Let's see what's in this side pocket. Oh yeah, I keep my water bottles over here. Got my deeper smart fish finder. I'm gonna be making a video on it in the future, but I've been using it. Anytime I go somewhere new or explore a new spot, I always throw this out there, and it gives some really good information, like depth, grass levels, and I even marks fish as well, but I usually mainly use it for depth and stuff, and finding cover and structure. I got some leader if I decide to fish for muskie or something. Mega Strike, usually I don't use scent, but occasionally on days when they're really finicky, I'll put some of this on, and it seems to help them hold on to it for a couple more seconds. The waterproof, this is a waterproof GoPro Hero 4 case. It starts raining, I'll switch it out. So I got some little hook size 6 hooks here. Good for pan fishing or trout fishing. Got a little trout jig right there as well. plier, let's see, forceps in case the pliers don't cut it for whatever reason. You can use these to remove a deep hook. Let's see, the hook down here. Let me go ahead and take this out. I found a hook near the bottom, don't want to hook myself. I got these are little trout worms, floating 3-inch power bait trout worms. And I got a, this is used for tournament fishing, to clip your fish and keep it so you can cull them easier. I have some line tied to here, so if I ever catch like a state record or something and I need to keep the fish alive until it's weighed, I'll go ahead and use this. And I'll probably just put it, clip the fish on, tie the string to my bag, and just wait for the DNR officer to come by. But most likely that'll never happen. You always want to be prepared just in case. Last pocket for my tackle bag. Got my Hero 4 extra batteries. Got a lot of extra batteries, as you can see. They're all Wasabi brand. Got my scale. And I got a Bass Pro Shops tape measure. This is real nice. Centimeters on one side, inches on the other. And then when you want to reel it in, press the red button down, it comes back in. Costs $2, Bass Pro Shops. All right, that's everything in the bag. And I weighed the bag before I started. I should have got it on camera, but as a short angler, I don't want my bag to weigh too much. So with all this stuff in it, the bag weighed about 16 pounds. And with my with 2.5 pounds of water, I usually carry 40 ounces of water. I'll make the bag about 18.5. So I like to keep my bag less than 20 just to make it manageable and so I don't get too fatigued while I'm on the water. So that's it for everything in my bag, and I'll go ahead and just do a quick, so this, I have the rest of my tackle over there. That's all the rest of my tackle. I'll go ahead and just not really go through it, but I'll show it to you guys just so you can take a look. All right, thanks for watching. Let's get to the rest of my stuff. All right, for the last minute or two of this video, I just want to go through all my extra stuff, which I normally don't really carry around with me. Line, Stren Mono, Seager and Vizix, P-line leader, Suffix braid, Sunline's Sniper fluorocarbon. And I'm not really gonna talk about everything. I'm just gonna go through it real slow so you guys can take a look. Saltwater stuff, not this. This is random lures that are did not make the cut in my box, either because I had duplicates or because I don't want to keep them in there. We got my musky lures over here, and we got Oreo too. Oreo, you want to meow? All right, that's unrelated to the video though. All right, musky lures. Yeah, so these lures I've done great on catching muskie in Ohio. Usually some Rapala, Shad Raps. Found this one, I don't know what that is. Rapala original, minnow jerkbait or whatever. Bells if I'm ever carp fishing or cat fishing and I want to take a nap or something. We've got weights there. Go over some of this stuff. This is super random stuff. Oh, this is sweet though. My buddy Leo Shang from Extreme Philly Fishing gave me this KVD signed Smithwick Radlin Pro Rattling Rogue. Random stuff. And this is right here is actually this hummingbird is like the not good version of the deeper. So yeah, this one didn't work that well, but the deeper works perfect. All right, we got all my extra plastics right here. These are plastics that a lot of them I have in my bag. I just keep the extras in here, and then some of them I'm not currently using, but I might use in the future. Let's see, got all my extra weights here. My extra tungsten, I got a couple in here, extra jig heads and stuff, then the culling clips. Random stuff in there, looks kind of nasty. This is my bait I caught my first ever muskie on. It broke the bait, so it's not usable anymore, but it's still, I keep it just because I caught my first ever muskie on it. Cracked the bait. There's a crack somewhere here. You can see it's rusted inside. This guy found it when I retrieved that muskie branch. Couple of random bags of plastics, random stuff. And I think that's pretty much it. So yep, that's it for the video. If you guys want to see my backyard, you can go take a look at my backyard. My playground I played on when I was a kid. tetherball pole, old shoes, trampoline. All right, that's enough for this video. I think it's long enough. Thanks everyone for watching, and next one should be up pretty soon. Take care.